What if I told you HTML you write in React isn't actually HTML at all? That's JSX. It looks like HTML, but it's actually JavaScript. And while browsers can't even understand JSX, somehow React makes it all works. In this video, we will learn about JSX, how it is different from HTML, how it works, and why it even exists in the first place. And we will answer a very common React interview questions that do we need JSX at all to build JavaScript apps? Let's get started. So what is JSX? JSX stands for JavaScript XML. It lets you write HTML like tags in JS code. It is just a developer friendly way of using React.createElement. We will see how. Here in a simple boilerplate code, I have written some header tags and this is the output. The same code can also be written as like this, where we are using React.createElements with different arguments. Now let's understand what these arguments are. So here, as you can see, we have three arguments. The first one is the HTML tag, that is h1. The second one is the properties that we will pass to this React element or JSX content, and the third one is the content inside the tag. So in React element, if I have to write something like this, where I am passing a property class name equal to heading, I will simply change this null to an object which is class name and its value is the heading. So this is how it will look like in React.createElement. And now, as you would have already guessed, for creating complex structures of JSX, we would be passing this React.createElement as the third argument with all the content again and again, which will make it very complex and unreadable. So to keep things simple, JSX come into picture. And behind the scenes, React uses transpilers like Babel to do these conversions for us. Let me show you by an example. So here we are at Babel's website, and you can see the output of anything that you give as JSX in pure React.createElement form. Do give it a try and let me know in the comments what you find out. So one of the questions that is asked in interviews along with explaining JSX is, do we really need JSX? So the simple answer is no, but for a good developer experience, we cannot run away with it. And formally, you can give these 3 points to support your argument that why we need JSX, even though it is not necessary. First one is it has easier syntax, it is more readable, it has faster to write. In all, it gives us a good developer experience. Now let us discuss some common JSX pitfalls. So the first rule is there must be one common root element. For example, here as you can see, we have given an empty brackets and in that we have written our h1 and h2. So now if I remove this, I will get an error. Let's read what it is. As what I have said, JSX expressions must have only one parent element. And the second is how you use JavaScript logic inside your JSX part. Let me show you with an example. So here we use these curly braces to indicate that we will be using some conditioning or logic after this part. Mostly a tertiary operator is used, as in this case, where count is greater than 0, it will say subscribe to skills buffet, and if the count is not greater than 0 or this statement is false, it will say like this video. Now let's see in our browser how it goes. So currently the count value I have set to 0. So when count value is set to 0, it shows like this video. Now I will go in code and change the count value now. Now if I change to the count value to something greater than 0, let's see, it will show subscribe to skills buffet. And yes, here it is. So let's quickly summarize what we have learned so far. So JSX equal to JavaScript XML. It looks like HTML, but it is not. Under the hood, it is just JavaScript objects. It is not required, but it is necessary for good developer experience and code readability. It is compiled by transpilers like Babel, and JSX have some stricter rules than simple HTML, like one root node and expressions inside curly braces only, and some of the HTML properties like class is used differently here as class name. So this was it about JSX. If you learned something new today, smash that like button and subscribe for more technical content. Also, let me know about software engineering topics you want to learn in the comments. So thank you and see you in another video.